And I suppose, Chris, one of the key areas that businesses are more and more seeking to implement within their business systems is a level of automation, making things happen without the need for intervention. Could you describe for us some of the facilities within K8LV that are designed to help that, particularly around reporting?
Absolutely. So the automation side of things that we have in the system, we have a periodic way of being able to automatically run reports within the system. So it could be once a minute, once a second, every hour, end of the day, end of the week, end of the month. So anything that you want to, whether it's very regular or at a specific time of the day or the week or the month. Those reports can be used to deliver regular internal based reports that you might want to have. So come Monday morning, I've got a list of all of the order takes that I had from last week. Okay, that gives me a nice order book list. Pretty straightforward, but saves somebody having to manually pull that data. We can also distribute those reports through a few different means. So one of them is automatically emailing them out. So if you've got maybe 5 people who want to receive that report, rather than 5 people running the report individually, we run it once centrally and distribute it to those 5 people. So it gives you some great efficiency savings, I think, with those delivery methods that we have within the system.
And another key element of that capability is the ability to determine indeed if that report needs to be sent, so more exception based. Could you perhaps describe how that works for us?
Yeah, it's a very key point actually. So rather than just distributing information for the sake of giving them information that people have to look through and maybe find something that they're interested in, we can give them either proactive managed data or we can give them exception-based data. So a good example for the exception-based data is end of every day, we could say at 6 o'clock, once all the picking and dispatching has been done, send out to the warehouse manager or finance manager a list of all of the missed deliveries, all of the outstanding orders that should have been delivered on that day, so that they can action them when they come in first thing in the morning. Either phone the client up, do they still want it, can we progress it in any way, shape or form. So the exception-based side of things, I think, just gives you a finite piece of data to be able to action. From the proactive side of things, we have the ability of checking for data in a certain state. So you could get the system to automatically run a report every 5 minutes. Has there been a new order placed on the system that is over £10,000? Because I want to make sure that, one, I check it out, authorise it, is the margin correct? So being able to get the system to give you just, again, that specific piece of information, not the 500 orders that have come in that are in the normal range of values, but only the exceptions.
Fantastic. Let's have a look at the software in action.
Okay, so the second piece of software we're going to look at is the ability to schedule and automatically run and output reports that normally you do manually. So I've got a report down here which is a copy of my outstanding sales order report. And the only thing I've done to it is added 2 things. One is a report filter where I've said I only want the value over 10,000 base currency, GBP in this instance. Okay, so that's just a greater than filter. And I've designated a output property which says output it to file, and I don't want you to pop up any of the report options, and output it as a PDF called ob.pdf. Okay, and location. So that was in C temp reports folder. Okay, so there's one there. So I'm just going to delete out for the time being. Okay, so for today, I have put, I've also filtered it just for today. So I've got 2 sales orders for today. One is £15,000. You can see down here, goods value 15,000, and it is GBP. And then I've got a second order, exactly the same, but only for £5,000. Okay. What we now have is the ability of setting up a schedule. So we have a set of report settings which tells it which report. This program also tells it how frequently to run. You can set it periodically, so once per day, once per month, specific time of the day. I've just set it to go every 30 seconds. So I'm going to make the system live, so we can temporarily pause these things as well while you're in a testing mode. I've also got something called a report spooler sitting in the background waiting to be fed. You can see there it's now kicked off the report, so it's told me it's found it. The 30 seconds had passed, And if I look into my CTemp reports folder, I've now got a file with the timestamp of just now. I can open up that report and it should just bring me the one item, which is the order that was over £10,000. Just going to pause that one so it doesn't keep running every 30 seconds now. Okay, so that's the one item. If I can click on and just drill down, so obviously it's a PDF output, we still have the ability of drilling down to the data underneath it, so it's still useful and interactive. Okay, and that's the one order, that's the one for £15,000, whereas the 403, which was one for £5,000, didn't appear. So that's a very basic use of it, but you can see we can schedule periodically report, we can output things to file, so it's great for using things like integrations with websites, integrations with third-party CRM systems, for example. We can distribute these via email, so you can use them for quite dynamic operational based reports, and there's a whole host of use cases for this, so anything that will help you gain some productivity back, I think we can use it in this instance.